Hi, this is David Davis from Actual Tech Media. I'm excited to be here at Teridion headquarters talking with Dave Ginsberg, who's the Chief Marketing Officer for Teridion. How you doing, Dave?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Awesome. So, we've been learning about Teridion's global cloud network and what it can do, for large corporations that have to deliver data out on the internet and what it does for their customers who are receiving, that data, making it 20 times faster, in many cases. So, the question I wanted to ask you is, from a technical perspective, I've heard of CDNs or content delivery networks. I've heard of SD-WAN or software-defined wide area networks. Is Teridion similar to one of those things, or how is it different?
So great questions. And so if we look at CDNs, they've been around for 2 decades now. And they're really good for what we call one-to-many. Say you have static content, you have videos, you have pictures, and you want to deliver them to a large number of end users. The architecture is good, and we're not trying to replace that. We're trying to do something that's very different for dynamic content, for content that's bidirectional, whereas CDNs are really optimized for the download. Mm-hmm. We're optimized for content or applications at the IP layer because we route, as opposed to CDNs that are really optimized for web traffic. And we are transparent end to end, and this is important as there are more and more security restrictions out there, things like PCI compliance, HIPAA, other things involving geographies, where more and more SaaS-based companies or more enterprises don't want you mucking around with your data. That can't be said about CDNs, where you have edge caches and where the CDN operator plays an integral part of the end-to-end security architecture. And really the last part on the CDN front is that there's a lot of information that has to be gathered up front. There's a long provisioning cycle. We'll sometimes say that you can be up in a matter of hours instead of months with the Teridion service. Now, moving over to SD-WAN, that's really the next iteration of SDN. I sometimes describe SDN as SD-LAN because it's more for data centers and campus environments. SD-WAN takes that paradigm, sends it out to the wide area, but it's really used to connect branch offices to headquarters or branch offices and headquarters to certain cloud operators. But it's still a closed and operated domain, whereas instead of connecting to, say, 1,000 branch offices, we're talking about connecting to 10 million end users of a sync service or of a conferencing service.
Very nice. So, I know like with CDNs, they don't support, say, voice over IP traffic or encrypted traffic. And you're saying with Teridion, those types of special, traffic, they're compatible. Teridion works with all types of traffic because it works at the network layer. Is that right?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Yes.
And then with SDN or SD-WAN, SD-WAN is typically kind of a wide area network, sometimes over the internet, sometimes over other private networks. So Teridion is almost like SD-WAN, but over the internet, and for internet type traffic, not for private traffic. And Teridion's also it works for any type of traffic. It's not for internal public, private traffic for a corporation. Am I kind of getting that right, or?
You're getting it perfect. So to draw out the analogy from SD-LAN to SD-WAN. Think of it maybe as SD Internet.
SD Internet, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that, awesome. Well, thanks so much, Dave, I appreciate it.
Thank you.